Retro Now.
Hey, this is Lauren Mary Kim, and I'm the stunt double for Ahsoka Tano in Clone Wars and the armorer in The Mandalorian. You're listening to Dennis and Jay on Podcast Stardust. This is the way.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. This is Podcast Stardust, the fully armed and operational podcast dedicated to Star Wars news, reviews, and discussion. I'm Des Keithley.
And I'm Jolly J. Krebs.
I knew you were going to say that.
Really?
Yes.
Merry Christmas, Dennis.
Oh my gosh. I was going to introduce you as Jolly J. Krebs if you hadn't said it yourself.
Nice.
Okay. We've been podcasting together too long. All right. All right. Well, we are celebrating Christmas and the holidays over here, and we're having a great time. And as is our annual tradition, we like to give out presents to our favorite Star Wars characters, or just Star Wars characters. Some not all our favorites. But with that having been said, Jay, before we get into this, you want to remind everybody where we can be found around the internet.
Absolutely. The best gift to us is to hit us up on Facebook and Instagram at Podcast Stardust.
All right, this is the line. The signal's boosted into maximum output. Stockings have been hung with care. The halls are decked. The shield is down. We are now broadcasting to the galaxy. This is Star Wars holiday season, and we are ready to give out some gifts. So what we're going to do is we're going to randomly pick out some characters. These are all characters that we've talked about in some fashion over the course of this year, whether it's from the shows that we've reviewed, the books we've reviewed, and other sources. So you think High Republic, The Acolyte, Skeleton Crew, Clone Wars, Bad Batch, and more on that. So that's the field of characters we're dealing with. It's a lot more than you think, too. We got about 70 characters here. Jay, you get to go first. And the first character we are giving a gift to is one of your favorites, Darth Maul.
Ooh, all right. Oh gosh, where to start with Darth Maul? Well, I guess it depends upon which iteration of Darth Maul we're talking about here. So, if we're talking Spider Maul, I mean, we can give him some tools, to fix up some of those lovely limbs of his. You know what though? I think I would give him a whole wonderful shrine with candles and a nice little frame that he could put Obi-Wan's picture in, and then every night he could light the candles and just yell Kenobi. So there you go. And they would have to be Jedi temple scented just to kick that into gear for him.
Yeah, I envision an alarm clock that when it goes off, it's just him screaming Kenobi. That's how he wakes up in the morning. That would certainly get him
or
out of
even
bed.
worse would be, an alarm clock that would ring in his ear and go, "Hello there."
I like that one too.
Wake him up in the morning.
Because he feeds on hate, and that would definitely get the hate flowing for certain.
That's right, for sure. First thing in the morning.
All right. Well, my first give out is to Wraith Silas, who was promoted to Jedi Knight in time for Phase 3 of the High Republic. And I think this one is pretty easy. He's getting noise-canceling headphones because what he really wants to do is work in the archives. He's been a good Jedi. He's gone out and done missions, but he really just wants to be left alone and to work in the library. And
There you
stop
go.
bothering him. So noise-canceling headphones it is.
Oh, I like that idea. I think that's perfect for Wreath.
Okay. Well, the next gift you get to give out is to Captain Phasma.
Ooh, oh wow. Okay, well we got to get her some really good, stainless steel buffers and stuff, just maybe like a handheld battery operated one so she can keep her stainless steel just amazing. But I think that she also maybe needs a little bit of maybe some air freshener from being in that trash compactor too. She might have to spruce things up just a little bit. So So yeah, so those are a couple things I think I'd want to give to Phasma.
All right. All right. I like it. I like it. So I've got a gift for Captain Panaka.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm well, he kind of gets forced out after the Phantom Menace, and we don't really see him again until he becomes a Moff working in the Empire. So he is going to get a pair of tickets for himself and his wife to go on the Halcyon for a nice semi-retirement cruise before he has to settle into the full-time role as Moff of Naboo on there before he
Oh,
reaches his tragic end. Least we can do, because he's
yeah.
kind of unceremoniously dumped from the whole retinue of things.
He really is. Yeah, no, I think that's a perfect gift for him. Yeah, he and his wife, they need some time for
They
sure. They
do.
need some good date nights.
All right. Well, we're going to now do a little bit of a gift exchange between the characters. We'll come back and give some of our own gifts out here in a second. First one you've got, Jay, is Darth Vader is putting a gift under the tree for Qui-Gon Jinn.
Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, thinking all the way back to when Darth Vader was Anakin Skywalker and he met Qui-Gon, the very first thing that he saw when he met Qui-Gon was his laser sword.
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe giving him a custom made lightsaber that is something that only Darth Vader cultivated himself. Maybe he got the crystal and everything for him and just handcrafted it. Because, Anakin was always good at fixing things. So, maybe just a custom lightsaber for Qui-Gon. And maybe he could have, beat Darth Maul
Yeah.
instead. So, never know.
Yeah, that would work. I hadn't actually thought of the Anakin Skywalker angle on that until you mentioned it, but right, this would that'd be an awkward gift to give.
Yeah, it really kind of would too. I also thought of maybe, some like new chance cubes or something, just something nostalgic from the old days.
Right, new communicator to do blood samples with.
Yeah, there
Uh,
you go.
all kinds. All right,
Test
well,
this, Qui-Gon.
exactly. Yeah, where would he draw the blood sample with? Not like he's gonna have a cut finger this time.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I've got to come up with a gift for Amadeo Azazo to give to Lorna D of all
Oh,
people.
wow.
So
Wonderful
they're
girl.
both in the same era of the High
Yeah.
Republic here. As far as I know, they've never run into each other. Hmm. Well, Amadeo is really eager to please. He was, you know, all excited to help Reith figure out his research with the Blight and the Nameless. And as we just talked about on Monday's episode, so spoiler if you haven't heard that, Lorna D has turned over a new leaf. So I
Mhm.
think what Amadeo would try to do is give her one of those like made up books of coupons where like you can pull one and it's good for help with like one mission or something. But Lorna would just throw that in the trash. She's got enough Jedi in her life and she's done
Probably.
with that.
I like that idea though. That's funny. That sounds like something Amadeo would do because he's very fun loving in that
Hmm.
way. And he's got that nice little like youngster sort of innocence and but yet I think that he would feel that he could be a little bit in jest with Lorna just because of how she is as well.
Yeah. Okay, this one's going to be a challenge for you.
Ooh.
But Elzar Mann is leaving a gift under the tree for Echo.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. So you're talking about, cross space and time here. Okay, so let me think about this for just a second. So Echo definitely likes his gadgets. And, so maybe Elzar could potentially give Echo something that could help him work on gadgets that only existed in the High Republic, but maybe, if Echo had some spare time and he wanted to dabble in some restoration projects that perhaps he could work on those with some different attachments,
Okay.
so to
All
speak.
right. I
Almost like
like
a
it.
Dremel attachment.
Elzar
You
would
have any
definitely,
ideas?
well, I was going to say, Elzar would definitely fret over this, whatever it was. Is he letting the order down by giving this
Mm.
clone some sort of a gift? Does this mean that there's some sort of attachment? He would have to go to his room and spend a whole lot of time thinking about it. What would Orla Gerini think about this? And
Yeah.
yeah, he would
And he would
definitely
do it
struggle.
without his shoes on,
That's right. That's right.
right?
And then he'd have to Avar would have to drag it out of him what it is that he is so bent out of shape about. So
Yeah, so
it'd be quite
true.
the struggle for him.
Elzar,
All
he's so
right.
emo.
Well, I've got Buryaga coming up with a grift. Buryaga coming up with a gift for General Grievous.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, this one's kind of obvious. Buryaga is a Jedi. He has a lightsaber. General Grievous collects lightsabers, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't have any High Republic lightsabers in his collection. Now,
Mhm.
the issue is, would Buryaga actually give him his lightsaber? I don't think so. But we do have the Guardian protocols in place, and we saw the Jedi
Oh.
kind of making the lightsabers that were more similar. I can't remember which one of the Jedi's was it's called them ugly. The current version of lightsabers that we're used to that don't have the ornate hilts that kind of look like
Mhm.
the broadsword hilts. So I think Buryaga is going to give him one that doesn't have a kyber crystal, because then at least he can't be accused of giving Grievous a fully functioning lightsaber, and Grievous can take out a crystal from a different one and put it in there if he wants to.
There you
Leave it
go.
up to
So,
him.
like, more of a replica kind of a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think Grievous would love that because, having something fashioned so ornately from a Warsher tree, from Kalnaka's home planet would be something that would be definitely a nice little conversation piece when, the B1s come over to have some cocktails.
Hmm. Totally. All right. Well, the next gift you get to give out is to another one of your favorites, Asajj Ventress.
Oh, do I get to give it to her myself?
Yes, so you don't have to worry
Oh,
about whoever is giving
lovely.
the gift.
Oh, lovely. Okay. Well, you know what? I would definitely give Asajj a beautiful gown to wear to one of her upcoming events because, then she could really pull the full gamut on someone that she really wants to, and she's got the shape for it. And so I would love to be able to just go out and custom shop for her and just give her something that she would absolutely love that way. And, also something that's very functional as well, so that she could convert that into a battle ready type of outfit if she absolutely had to.
Yeah, that's a good one. Your girl crush is showing there.
I
Um,
know. I'm sorry. Not sorry.
yeah, no, that's a good one. I'm trying to figure out. She's back from the dead when we saw her in the Bad Batch, so I feel like
Mhm.
that lends itself to some sort of a gift, but I'm not exactly sure what that is. I was thinking a refund for whatever coffin she would have been buried in, but
No.
the Night Sisters don't use that.
No, they
She
don't.
was left in the living waters or whatever it was that they have there on Dathomir. So yeah, that's a
Mhm.
challenge. She's hard to get for. All right.
Mhm.
Well, for the Secret Santa exchange, I just drew the name of Hondo Anaka.
Ooh, your favorite.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of different ways you can go with this one. The man does enjoy a good drink, so I'm tempted to give
Mhm.
him a bottle of my favorite red wine, Faust, good Cabernet Sauvignon. We have seen him get sauced a time or two in the Clone Wars. But
Mhm.
I think what he loves more than anything is just cold hard credits.
True.
And I don't want to be so crass as just to hand him a pile of cash. So I think I'm giving him a gift certificate. Now, where to at this point? Hmm. That's a good question. Where would I give him a gift
Yeah.
certificate to? I'd let him go buy his favorite blaster or saber at his store of choice. So yeah, put that in a nice box and stick that under the tree for him.
There you go. There you go. Or you could use it towards some sort of a smuggling case.
There you go. That's another good
Yeah.
suggestion. All
Yeah.
right. Okay. In the next name that you've pulled from our bag of Secret Santa is Keeve Trennis.
Oh, we were just talking about Keith Trennis as well.
Hmm.
So, gosh, do I go into spoiler territory with are we just talking about Tempest Breaker here? So well, she's got this amazing relationship with Skier. and she's definitely worried about him quite a bit. And so now that he's back together, I guess you could say, with Kiev. I think maybe something along the lines of, something that could help her with that, in that maybe, oh gosh, it's kind of hard because I could get her a gift certificate for the two of them to go out because, we gotta go on some new adventures together, kind of a
Mhm.
thing. But I'm also wondering if maybe something for her new job, that's all I'm going to say.
Mhm.
That could potentially, help her to dress for success, something gold plated, for example.
Ah, I was thinking Quicken Books because she's gonna have to keep some books for this
Yeah,
organization.
yeah,
There
true
you go.
that too. Yep,
She
there
was
you
talking about
go.
having to pay taxes, so that would be a help there.
Yep. So kind of fun. Yep.
All right. Well, I've drawn C3PO here,
Oh,
and
fun.
this one screams oil bath.
Oh,
This is a
yeah.
droid that has to put up with all kinds of aggravations. He doesn't benefit from a massage, so some sort of a day at the spa would still be good. Oil bath for Goldenrod here. After he's had another long day of put downs and everyone ignoring his advice, he can tune all that out in a luxurious oil bath.
Oh, I think that's a perfect one for 3PO. And I think he would very much appreciate it as well.
Right. Okay. Next name you've got out of the hat is Crosshair.
Ooh, oh gosh, this is an easy one. I mean, come on, he needs a new scope. And he's always looking for different types of attachments and things for his sniper rifles and whatnot. So and I think maybe something like a good gun cleaning kit would come in handy, and then along with that, just a fresh new box of toothpicks, maybe mint flavored.
All right.
There you
Okay.
go.
I've drawn Chimere, also known as the Stranger.
Oh wow, that's a tough one to buy for.
No, it's not. He gets a second season of The Acolyte, so we can
Oh.
find out what the rest of his story is, and also what happened to Darth Plagueis.
And there you have it, folks.
That's
Awesome.
actually
I
more of
love
a
it.
gift for me than it is for him, but that's what's going to
A
happen.
gift for all of us.
Okay, so okay, what are you going to get Plo Koon?
Ooh, okay. Well, we could get him a nice little refresher for his vocabulator slash respirator. We could do that. We could also get him a new starship since he kind of blew the last one up, although he did go blow up with it. So that
Yeah.
may not work. But I don't know. The guy screams new boots to me.
New foods.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I just feel like he just needs a new spanking, great pair of shiny new Jedi boots.
I'm thinking one of those custom mugs that you can get with an image printed on it of him and Ahsoka that says something like best buds on it.
Aw, I love that.
Yeah.
Or that little saying that they say to each other when they first greet each other. I can't think of what it is right now, but that would be a good one too.
Oh yeah, yeah. I wish I had that at the ready. So let's see.
Same.
Okay, so I've drawn another name from the Acolyte. That would be Yord Thandar.
Mm, a
So
Yord horde.
yeah, that's actually what I was thinking there. I'm thinking a some sort of token of appreciation from the Yord Horde there. And we did see the man trying to iron out his clothes, and he just
Oh,
kind of was
yeah.
taking a pipe with some steam. So I'm getting him a top of the line steam iron that's guaranteed not to burn his clothes, and a matching ironing board to go with it. They do have those in Star Wars. We saw one in The Last Jedi.
Mhm.
They got aboard the Supreme Chancellor's Supreme Leader's ship, and they were ironing the clothes there for the officers. So yeah, he's getting a nice iron and ironing board, guaranteed not to burn his clothes. He's get starch and whatever else he wants to do to properly preserve his robes. All
Nice.
right.
I think
Let's
he would
do.
appreciate that
Oh, it's right up his alley.
for sure.
Okay, you get to come up with a gift for Neil.
Aw, Neil. Oh my goodness. There's so many different things I could get for Neil. Well, I think a protractor, like a top of the line protractor is something that would definitely come to mind,
Mhm.
first. And then I also think that, just a brand new, like, whole array of bubbles for his bubble bath. I
Hmm.
mean, come on. He needs the salts, he needs the bubbles. So, just like a nice little spa day kind of thing for Neil would be fantastic. Because, after all those adventures, he's going to need a good bubble bath. Let's face it.
Yeah, yeah. He's stressing out, and he just wants to go home. And a bubble bath would be ideal. Coincidentally, I just drew Wim, his name, and I'm taking that kid to Savi's workshop so he can build his own lightsaber. He so
Oh,
desperately wants to be a
perfect.
Jedi, and we just saw him in the last episode after they had just managed to get out, having to scout ahead against the Hattons. There he is dancing around with a stick like it's a lightsaber. Well, let's get him the real thing. So he's going to Savi's to build his own lightsaber.
That is such a perfect gift.
Yeah. Well, that's all the ones that we've got that we're going to pull out of a hat, except for I'm assigning one specifically to you, and that is for one of your favorites, Lynn Rakish, also known as the fourth sister. What are you going to get for
Oh,
her?
oh my gosh. Well, geez, there's so many ways I could go with that. My goodness. Well, if, being the fourth sister, I can tell you that that stinking helmet can be extremely uncomfortable at times. And so in
Mhm.
Tales of the Jedi, we did get to see her in a much more casual kind of an outfit. So, I would definitely get her something to lounge around and, some really comfy PJs with a nice, comfy, like, hat that she could wear around. That would be something absolutely fantastic for her. And I just also think just some time for herself to just go ahead and find herself once again and figure out what she needs to do. So like a little retreat, like a meditation retreat would be great.
I'd get her a big ball of twine, so the next time she ends up in a cave, she can tie it to something and just use that to find her way back out.
You're so practical. See, that's
Yeah.
what that's what I love about you, Dennis.
All right.
That's a great idea. I think she would appreciate that as well, quite honestly.
Yeah. She doesn't necessarily find redemption that way, but you know, solving a practical problem.
Yes.
All right. Well, that'll do it then for our gift exchange. Not the longest of episodes, but we've got through most of these names here, and I'm starting to draw the same ones out of a hat again, over and over again. So, yeah, with that, we just want to wish you all a Merry Christmas if you celebrate, Happy Holidays for whatever it is that you do celebrate, if it's not that. Thanks for joining us for this episode of Podcast Stardust. Have a great rest of the holiday season. Make sure you've subscribed to the show if you haven't done so already, and check out all of our past episodes on retrozap.com if they're not available on your podcatcher of choice. Jay, you want to leave everybody with what our social media contacts are and our other homes on the internet?
Absolutely. So it's better than milk and cookies left out for Santa if you would leave us some good reviews and connect with us on our social media, which is at Podcast Stardust on both Instagram and Facebook. And if you're in need of some fun Star Wars ideas for the holidays, you can always hit us up on our Pinterest pages. And then you can also check us out on our YouTube outlets, which is both the traditional YouTube as well as YouTube Music. And if you'd like to join us on Discord and you have some ideas for some fun gift giving for Star Wars characters, you can do that as well. And the link to that is in our show notes. And then we also have a TeePublic store. So, the gift giving can just keep on going. And you can go to teepublic.com/user/podcast stardust, or once again, hit up the link in our show notes and you can find 7 different show logos available. And guess what? It's also a gift to us because every purchase does, in fact, help to support the show.
All right. Do you want to remind everybody what you got going on in cosplay?
Sure. So I've been doing a lot of really fun, holiday themed kinds of posts and things lately. So you can check all that out on my Instagram at j.snipscosplay, and also coming into the new year with some fun things as well.
All right. So, upcoming on the show on Friday, we'll be getting into the next episode of Skeleton Crew. And then on Monday, we are wrapping up 2024 with a look at our top 10 Star Wars stories from the year. So, make sure you join us for that. But again, thanks for listening to episode 825 of Podcast Stardust, everyone. Have a great rest of your week. Enjoy the Christmas festivities. And until next time, may the Force be with you.